upper esophageal sphincter relaxes to allow the food from the pharynx to enter the esophagus. However, once the food has entered the esophagus, it constricts to prevent the regurgitation of food back into the pharynx. So coming to the lower esophageal sphincter. So lower esophageal sphincter. Lower esophageal sphincter remains tonically contracted. So it relaxes only when food from the esophagus enters the stomach. Therefore, it always prevents reflux of food back into the esophagus from the stomach. The significant fraction of basal tone of lower esophageal sphincter is contributed by vagal cholinergic fibers. However, vagal fibers inhibit circular muscles of the sphincter in response to primary peristalsis that relaxes the sphincter and allows the food to enter the stomach. This inhibitory action is mediated by stimulation of other neurons through activation of cholinergic vagal neurons that secrete vasoactive intestinal peptide and nitric oxide. So next, coming to the pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter remains partially closed and does not allow easy entry of gastric contents into the duodenum. But vigorous contraction of gastric antrum help the gastric content enter the duodenum at a slow but controlled rate. So that's all about sphincters, both esophageal sphincter and pyloric sphincter. So esophageal sphincter helps in the, it is involved in the deglutition, esophageal stage, upper esophageal sphincter and lower esophageal sphincter we are having both. So upper esophageal sphincter helps in the movement of the food particle to enter the esophagus. Lower esophageal sphincter prevents the reflux of food back into the esophagus from the stomach. Next, coming to the we want to know about the proximal stomach and distal stomach. So coming to the proximal stomach. So proximal stomach consists mainly the fundus and major part of the body of the stomach. So proximal part of stomach accommodates large volume of food, that is as large as 2 to 4 liters without much increase in intragastric pressure. This becomes possible due to the phenomenon of receptive relaxation. The contractile ability of fundus and body of stomach is poor. Therefore, food in fundus and body remains relatively unmixed for a longer duration. Thus, the proximal stomach serves mainly as a reservoir of food. So, in proximal stomach, the food remains unmixed for long period. So, the reservoir of food particle is proximal stomach. So, now we are going to see about distal stomach. So, distal stomach, it consists mainly of the antrum. The antrum physiologically acts as a mechanical pump which propels the food toward the pylorus and helps in grinding and mixing of food. So antral into smaller particles and mix food thoroughly with gas tubes that help in partial digestion of food.